Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. We now finally know the location, Hong Kong. And what gets me really excited about this is 1-to-1 scale. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started with this. So I've been playing kiloton racing games now for a while, since WRC 7, I believe. Each one of these WRC games has gotten much better with the handling and stuff. It feels so good on a freaking sim rig. I love it. It feels great. So they will be using the WRC handling model in this game. I'm freaking kind of excited about this this Hong Kong map. The fact that they are going to scale this out 1-to-1. If you've ever played any of the Test Drive Unlimited games, these games are freaking cool. These are like, the first one I played was Test Drive Unlimited. I believe it was on the PlayStation 3 when I played that, and like, I don't know, man, that game's just always kind of sat with me. The way that the way that the driving and everything felt, and just, you know, the sheer density of the map and how nice it looked. I still think back and I remember this game, you know, just having, you know, of Hawaii. I think it was in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. But like, this whole thing was so cool. I love the way that felt, and I love the way that driving around this island just felt so realistic. And that was back on PlayStation 3. So with the power of the new consoles, I mean, I'm optimistic, but at the same time, I'm also thinking like, oh my gosh, dude, this is going to be a big congested city, you know, like Hong Kong, pretty tight quartered, pretty skinny roads and stuff. I'm thinking. So, I mean, the driving feels good on the WRC games, and those roads are pretty narrow. So yeah. But what I'm thinking, okay, so this is going to be an open world game. Like, I love Forza Horizon just because of the more realistic feel to the driving. And so if we're using more realistic handling and driving in this game, like, I love it, dude. At this point, they're like, we're getting Forza Horizon 5 this month, or this year. Next year, we're going to get Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Do we even really need a Need for Speed next year? I don't really think so, okay? So I don't think we're going to need a Need for Speed at all. Like, I'm to the point where I'm kind of over Need for Speed. Like, I grew up my whole life playing Need for Speed games from PlayStation 1 all the way to Need for Speed Heat. I've bought every single Need for Speed game, and just, man, I'm not feeling them anymore, guys. Like, they keep under delivering on the promise of what they say they're going to do. Like the last Need for Speed Heat, like, I really liked that game, and I wanted to and I wanted them to grow it like they said they were going to as a live service, but that never panned out. They just closed the studio down and moved them all over to Criterion. Don't get me wrong, I think Criterion is good, but at the same time, my favorite Need for Speeds were before Criterion's time. So I mean, I did like Ghosts, you know, Need for Speed when they rebooted it, you know, back in 2015. Like, I really liked that game. Payback was garbage. Need for Speed Heat was a step in the right direction, but I think my favorite Need for Speed was probably Pro Street. I really loved, and the Run. I loved Pro Street, and I loved the Run. The fact that I could drive, you know, from LA to New York in that game was pretty cool. Like, I liked that. I liked I liked how they built that game. Like, it was pretty fun. The Crew 2, I mean, we still got the Crew 2 being worked on right now, so, and that's basically the whole United States. I wish that game would get an upgrade for the visuals and, you know, 60 frames a second for next gen. Like, we have so many open world racers, you know, that are going to be on the market now. Test Drive Unlimited and Test Drive Unlimited 2, two of my favorite games. I would say, okay, so so from PlayStation 1, my two favorite racing games, well, there was three of them that I played a lot of. You know, you had Gran Turismo. I mean, obviously, I was playing that. I had Need for Speed, and then I had, Test Drive. Test Drive and Need for Speed were basically, those two open world games that I would play. And I would, well, not open world. I mean, they were more like back then they were circuit races or whatever, point to point races and stuff. So I mean, Test Drive's been around just as long as Need for Speed. Gran Turismo obviously been around since Need for Speed. We had the first Forza back at the launch of the first Xbox. So I mean, we've been doing Forza. I mean, basically, I've been playing all these freaking arcade racers, like my whole life. But I've kind of noticed myself, slowly drifting more toward the sim side of things. So the games, the open world games that are really standing out to me now more are Forza Horizon, and currently with Test Drive Unlimited using the WRC handling and stuff, going to be an amazing game. I can already tell you I'm going to love it. I cannot wait for this game to come out. Next year in September of 2022, that does seem like a pretty far out thing, but if you think about it, we've got one more year of, well, one more, maybe 2 more years of WRC, by Kiloton. So once they move out of that and they all of the team moves over to Solar Crown, being an MMO. They did say it was an MMO, so this is going to be insane. Like, this game is going to probably keep growing for a while, and I'm okay with that. If they want to keep building out the map and building out, like adding cars, adding more features, adding more stuff to do. I believe they said there's 2 teams, and you can start off on one team, and you can grow your character through the ranks of that not team, but 2 factions or whatever, and so you can grow yourself up in that faction. Like, this game sounds like it is going to be one freaking hell of a good game. I'm super optimistic and super excited about this. I love the fact that it's going to be open world, and it's going to be MMO, and it's going to feature a lot of different cars with realistic driving. Oh my gosh, I've been praying for a good racer that has that. I mean, Need for Speed still has a chance, but they're going to have to bring the Ego engine in there from Codemasters. They're going to have to. If they brought the Ego engine into the next Need for Speed open world game, it would compete with Forza and the other one. I think they could compete with that. But if they're going to skimp out on map size, if they're going to skimp out on car roster, if they're going to skimp out on just content in general, like, I don't even want another Need for Speed. If they're not going to bring something competitive to the table, when we already have Forza Horizon 5 and we'll have Solar Crown next year, because I mean, I know Xbox is going to support Forza Horizon 5 for a while. I know that Kiloton or Nacon is going to support Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown for a while. That leaves Need for Speed with their freaking annual freaking release schedule kind of up in the air, man. If they don't bring fire with this next game, if they don't bring something to the table, because to me, honestly, guys, it sounds like it's going to be another cookie cutter game like they've been dropping, the last while. Yeah, they might have stretched their time out to 2 years, but I thought Ghost was doing good if EA would have just gave them the budget to actually produce something and stand behind them. It could have been great, but seeing as where I'm at right now with Need for Speed and them pushing the game out to work on Battlefield, and we don't even get a campaign with Battlefield 2042. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Like, I think EA is kind of spinning their wheels trying to figure out, well, should we keep making them or should we not? Should we keep making them? Should we not? Just go ahead and quit, guys. Just go ahead and quit. Need for Speed Heat was the last game. Just be done with it. Be done with Need for Speed. Obviously, you do not want to support it, and you don't care about it as much as the fans care about it. So, yeah, basically, we got Solar Crown. We got Forza Horizon. We don't really need, and we got the Crew 2, the Crew series. So we really do not need Need for Speed anymore. And, yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting with that. We don't need Need for Speed. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.